We're Mike and Debbie Kelley. We're easing into retirement one RV adventure at a time. We're not retired yet, but we're working on it. We're traveling the country willy-nilly style. We travel in our F-250 truck we call Willie, and our RV sports truck travel trailer we call Nilly. You can come along with us and watch us on our travels as we learn the ins and outs of RV travel.
Ohio. Wait, no. Ohio. Okay.
This week we're leaving Mobile, Alabama and heading north on I-65. We get as far as Alabaster, Alabama. We'll be stopping at another harvest host. The 233-mile trek took us about 4 hours to make. It was an easy drive for the day, but we wanted to get there so we could get set up in their parking lot. Solera Brewing Company. It was a great harvest host. We called the host when we were about 10 minutes out. They came right out to the parking lot and guided us right over. We had a great location. And the parking lot was pretty big and was real easy to maneuver around our big rigs.
All right, so we just arrived at our harvest host, and we just got the slide set up, got everything set up. We're not the first ones here. Looks like there's at least two others as I pan around here. Navion, and then there's another pull type or fifth wheel, I can't tell on the other side of it back there, but they said there's going to be maybe one or two more coming in, so cool. We're going to get the camper set up and then we're going to head inside to check out the brews.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up on all of our adventures.
And the owners are very dear friends. Okay, so here's your card back.
And the owners are very different.
Dear
Oh, dear friends.
And also different, that too. But I wasn't going to say it, but you can say it. So
And the bartender pointed out another harvest host couple that had pulled in shortly after us, and we went over and sat down.
7, 5.
And so we got to meet Brett and Colleen Lewis. Their Instagram and YouTube channels are the Coast to Coast Nomads, or CTC Nomads. It was a fun night. These were good people. You should go check them out. And this harvest host didn't have food. They didn't serve any food, but there was a food truck there. And as I understand it, there's a food truck there almost every night when they're open. And one last thing, I don't normally like to run around and show restrooms and do bathroom reports, but they really had a unique restroom where they had the beer barrel as the urinal.
The only downfall to this harvest host was the trains. But honestly, there was just a couple of them and it wasn't that big of a deal for me. So anyway, good time. We're heading out.
And up to this point, we hadn't made any other reservations other than we know we needed to beeline it back to Ohio. And we jumped onto I-65 and we headed north. And this drive was about 437 miles, which is a lot longer than I like to go in a day. It did end up taking us so pretty close to 7.5, 8 hours. But we did end up making it as far as General Butler State Park in Kentucky. The campground was open but unmanned. You pretty much the honor system, put your money in the box. There were only about 4 or 5 other campers there.
pulling out early. Probably one of the earliest mornings we pulled out from for a while. But we're out at General Butler State Park. We just did a quick stop in the night. It's only like 3-4 miles off of 71. But this had been a nice place. It's, you know, like most state parks, it's affordable. You got your own picnic table, you got your own fire pit. We actually had a pretty big area, but we actually had a huge area, given that there's only 3 or 4 campers in the whole campsite, or in the whole park as far as I can see. So, but anyway. This place has got some pretty nice, easy dump stations. I think every site had electric, but I think just a handful actually were full hookups. We didn't stay at one, so we're dumping. Plus, we're dumping because this is going to be it for the winter. So we want to do a complete and thorough cleanup. Looks like they have 2 dump stations, another one on the other side of the loop there.
The General Butler State Resort Park is a state park located in Carrollton, Kentucky, in Carroll County. The park is named after General William Butler, a soldier in both the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War. The park is 791 acres. It has a lodge, cabins, and of course the campground that we stayed in, fishing, canoeing, and hiking trails and biking trails. So we stayed at the park, and all we had was electric. The water had already been turned off for the year and hadn't been turned back on for the spring. The main lodge happened to be closed while we were there under some construction. It's got an awesome restaurant. Debbie and I have eaten there on some past stays. Pulled out in the morning, we decided to go down into Carrollton, Kentucky. We'd not ever been there before. It's right on the Ohio River there. Took a little drive. It's a cute little town. Be worth coming back to again just to explore the area a little bit more.
So we're here in the little town of Carrollton, Ohio. Just pulled out of the General Butler State Park, came down to see where the 2 rivers meet, the Kentucky River and the Ohio River. Went over the bridge, did the thing, took the pictures. It was pretty cool, actually. Nice little town. But we're getting fuel, filling up here, and we'll be able to make it most of the way home from here. But we'll check in with you one last time at home.
Heading into Cincinnati, crossing the Ohio River from Kentucky.
And this adventure comes to an end, and what an adventure it was. We're back home and we love Lake Erie, but we'll be anxious to get out on another adventure. Look forward to seeing all of you again next week. Cheers, everybody.